Yeah. So we just started with a basic flow. What is flow builder? How can we add the elements in the flow, which looks like a flow chart, and adding like a blocks into that flow chart. So that we have done. We have created a basic record trigger flow, which is one type of record trigger, one type of flow. Uh, so that record trigger flow will be like a useful whenever a record gets created or updated in the background. Created or updated, then what should happen? So we have taken a scenario that whenever an account gets created, then that account, based on that account, we need to create a opportunity as well as contact. Okay. So this is what we have done. Yes or no?
Yes, Kalyan. Yeah.
Yeah. Now we will discuss the main topic called variables. Okay.
Okay.
If you have gone through the flow builder basics yesterday, then definitely you may have seen the module, flow builder basics module. In that, there is a fourth section called what we say variables. Learn flow variables. Have you gone through that? Did you get the time for that?
No, no, Kalyan. Yesterday I did not get a chance
Okay.
to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a flow builder variables topic. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's learn what is a variable. Okay. So before that, let me understand the difference between, I mean, a flow and a sorry, one second. A pain, one second, I'm getting a call. Let me understand the difference between variable and the constant. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me understand the difference between variable and the constant. So if you talk about a variable, vary means what? It will be continue, it can be changed, right? Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Variable means it can be changed. But if you talk about the constant, if you talk about the constant will not be changed. Once the value get assigned, if the value is 55, then throughout its lifetime means forever the value of in that constant is 55. But the variable, suppose let's say a equals to 5, then I can change it to again a equals to 10, then again a equals to whatever the value I want. But if I say b is a constant, say let's suppose say b is a constant, so b equals to 55, then you can't assign b to another value. Okay, you can't assign this one. That's the, you can't do this one. That's the difference between a variable and a constant. Okay. Now in the flow, what is the use of variables? What is the use of constant? Why exactly do we need to use variables? And a way to create a variable, way to create different types of variable. Let's see now. Okay. Huh. One second. Uh, Eraser. I need big eraser. Okay. Now let's say you created a record trigger flow from the account. If the account is created, then it should create a contact. Okay. Or opportunity. Okay. Now the question is, Suppose opportunity is getting created, or let's say contact is getting created. The value in these fields, what should be the value in these fields? I mean, there is a first name, right? First name field, okay? First name field, then last name field, okay? Then there may be another field called, let's say, some text website, website field, okay? What should be the values? What should be the values in this? Okay. Suppose let's say there is a notes, okay? There is a notes field, okay? Notes, or let's say note, just a note, or remark field, okay? Now there are different fields. We'll not consider this one. Let us talk about this one only, okay? One is account creation. What should happen? A contact should be created. Now this contact creation, okay, this contact creation requires the 4 fields. Let's say it requires the 4 fields. Then what should be the values in these fields? That we need to decide, right? You can't leave it blank. Yes or no?
Yes, yes. So
So
it will be triggered from account only, right? While we are
yeah,
creating account, we
so
will give
that is,
these fields.
yeah, that is one option. Okay,
Yeah.
that is one
Okay.
option. Let's see that one. Let's see how we can do that one, and let's see how we can do with the help of variables. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm. So let us go to our flow builder. How we can go to the flow builder? Go to setup. Here, flows. Okay. Then in the flows, we can create a new flow, or we can work on the existing flow. Did I create here yesterday? Not in my environment, right?
We have
Create
created
con.
I think
created sir.
This one only, right?
Account. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Why is this auto launch flow? Okay. Let me create a new one. Huh? Or let me open this one first. Yeah, correct. This only. The back. Okay. Create contact. Hmm? This is active. Now you can't change it directly. Okay. You can't change it directly. Click on the save as. Okay. Click on new version. Okay. Click on new version 2. Okay. Just I'm giving another name.
to use the existing one, we need to follow this step.
You can't directly edit the for the one which we are currently in use, because that may
Okay.
affect the multiple things in the background. Na? So that's why we
Yes.
will not do the direct editing of the existing flow. We'll create a new version. Okay.
Okay.
Save it. Okay. Now this is a new version. Okay. Version 2. You can see here V2. Okay. Now let's start editing it. Select elements. Oh, 1 second. Hmm. Okay, runs immediately. Let's take this one. Now you can see here, it creates a contact record, right? Now let's add one more here. Action. If not, let me edit this only. Okay. So here you have the account. On account creation, this is happening. Now, if you see this one, it's not opening. It's open now. See, here the first name was given, records, whatever the record we are getting created, na, like account one. Based on that, I am copying the account name, then account phone number. Okay. Now, if I don't have this option, let's say the phone number, okay, this is super fine. Let us take another I mean, uh, like email field. Email I don't want to copy from the account. I just want to give my name. Okay, my email ID as the email value in the created contact. Okay, then how we can do that? Now, if you click on this for the enter a value or search resources, there will be different options. One is global constants. Okay, global constants. Global constants means one is empty, means what? Nothing. You can't leave it blank here. So you can choose like this empty string. There is an option, means definitely the value will be blank only. If not, you'll be having a false and true. These are the global constant. What is meant by constant, which we discussed till now? Constant can't be changed, na?
Yes,
Yes.
fine. Yes.
So these global constants are like having a particular value. Okay, empty string, not a null value. Nothing is not like a nothing. It's like an empty string. Okay. Now this is one option. There is another option called variables. Okay, variables. Variables in the sense this till now we have discussed na, that can be changed or that can be created. How we can create? Well, let's see. This is global constants now. Same like that we have global variables. What are they? Global variables. APIs, flows, label, organization, profile, system, user role. These all are the global variables. In that, one of the global variable is record. Okay. Record global variable means this is a global variable which is of type account. Why it is type account? Can't be it case. It can be case also, na? When it will be case? When here, yeah, when we start with a case, na? So if a case is created, then create a contact. Then in that scenario, what happens? We will get a here
Record case.
record variable which is of type case. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Now, so if you click on that record variable, whatever the available data we have for that record, that will get. Okay. So we can take here phone number. Now we have added another field now. Till now we have seen the example email. Okay. Now in the email, I don't want to use the records email or user's email. So I don't want to, we will have your options here. User email means whoever triggers this flow na, means by whom the account got triggered, who created the account. So those person email also I can take it here because it's a global variable. We have a data. But instead of this, what I want to do is I want to do it manually. In that case, what should I do? So let me cancel it first. Let me go to my manager. We have an option here. What is that? New resource. Click on the new resource. Then in the resources, we have a types. Which type we are discussing now? Variable. Store a value that can be used or it can be changed throughout the flow. Okay. Now, in future, if I want to change the email, I can use the variable. If not, I can go for constant as well, right? Store a value that can be used but not changed throughout the flow. Our email condition is not changed, but maybe we can change the email. So based on some of the conditions, so I am just going with the variable. Name is email of admin. Okay. Email of admin. So description, email of Kalyan, who is the system administrator. System admin. Now, which data type? It's a text or it can be anything, right? So based on this, which data type will choose our email field?
Text.
Text. Okay. I have given the text. Now enter a value. So we can take any of the value here, okay? Or I can, search it, okay? Let me, 1 second.
పెట్టినా
Kalyan. Chakravarti. So I created a value, okay? Text type, Kalyan Chakravarti, Malayalam. Keep it done. Okay. Now I have the email of admin. Now here, let me go back to my element, which is in the second step of my flow. Okay. Now add a field. For the email field of the newly created contact, I don't want to use the accounts email. I want to use the variable which I have created. Bro, is this clear? Avinash,
Yes, Kalyan, it's clear. It's clear. It's clear.
Mama, is it clear for you?
Yeah, Kalyan, yeah.
Okay. So email of admin. So this is a variable which I created. These are the global variables, record variable. From that, we are using account object before this step. So we got the account name, account phone number options for us. So done. This is done. Now let me save it. Okay. Now we have to test it, right? How we can test it? It's inactive now. Let us save it. Okay, let us save it. Let us click on activate. Now before version 1 was activated, now we have to create, sorry. So now this is active, okay? Version 2, the last modified a few seconds ago. Clear? Not clear?
Clear, sir.
Yeah,
Clear.
so
Clear.
now this is activated. Let's see now. Flow builder, go back. Okay, this is our, which is currently activated now. See, you can see here, 2 is in the current activation
Second
state.
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now go back to the environment. In this environment, let me go back to the sales application. We have to create the account now so that it will create a contact. Account, click on new. So here, Kalyan. So it will create Malayala Kalyan. You know it, right? Because of both first name and last name will be same in my scenario. Okay. Phone number is given. Let me give here email. Where is email? I think we don't have the email right here.
Yes.
Yeah, for the, so it's a for the account, right? I didn't create any custom field, so we will not have an email. But still, I want a email in contact, na? So I created a variable in the background, and I have assigned that variable to the contact fields email field, contact objects email field. Let me save it. Okay, this is done now. Okay, now let me see the contacts. Let me go to the contacts. Yesterday it was 21. Now it is 22. So if you go down, Malayala Kalyan. First name is Malayala Kalyan. Last name is also Malayala Kalyan. Okay. Now you can see here. If you go to the details, I see in the highlighted list, it's a compact list. So in the highlights also you can see my mail. Okay. This phone number which is copied from the account. Okay. Whatever the account phone number is there, that only we got it here. But email, how we got it? With the help of a variable. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Kalyan. So in account we don't have email directly. It came into the contact. If at all any email field is there in account, and is it a mandatory field, then what we should do in this scenario, Kalyan?
If it is a mandatory field,
Yeah.
We should not copy that one. That will be mandatory for the account, but not for the contact now.
Not for the contact. Yes. Yeah.
So let me open this one again. So your question is like,
When we are creating account,
while account creation, if a email field is mandatory, so what should happen?
Yeah.
So
in this scenario.
Yeah, email will be mandatory. The email will be created. Email will be created for the account, but
Okay.
we are controlling the email option in this element, in this stage.
Okay, it will change. It will change in contact.
It will change in content. We can give the
Okay.
we can copy the same email, or
Okay.
I have my resources. Here I have my resources. That resource I will use here.
Okay. Okay.
So it
Clear.
depends
Clear.
on
Kalyan.
us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Clear, Kalyan. Thank you.
Yeah. So this is like email.
Okay.
Now just a minute. Any other examples you can think of? Any other examples you can think of while dealing with the variables?
For phone number also we can give, right? I mean,
Yes,
variable.
phone
It
number.
will change.
See,
Yeah.
why do I need a variables? In a screen flow, store the ID of the record that the flow is displayed on. So you can tell the flow which record to update at the end of the flow. So anytime if you want, suppose we are triggering a screen flow. So where the flow is getting triggered, each time the record ID will be changing, right? I will open one record. Avinash will open one record. Manoj will be opening one record. So to store the record ID, we can use the variable. We'll see these examples. No, don't need to worry. We have more 2 weeks to learn flows. Store a number value that can be higher or lower depending upon user choice. Store the result of joining two text strings together. Retrieve record values to use in calculation. So there are multiple use cases. Okay, multiple use cases we have. We'll see it one by one. So 1 second. Now a string of letters, numbers, and characters. So this yes, yeah. So whatever I can use, number or currency we can use. Boolean. For Boolean, which we have to use, you should not write true or false. You have to use this one. What are they? Global constant true or global constant false.
Yeah.
Then date time. Okay, how the date time should be. So you should give like this: year, So we have a valid date and date time format. So whenever we are discussing this one, yesterday we got it out how to create a field, the date field, record all of the values in a Salesforce record stored together in a single variable. So which this we have seen now, this account record variable, global variable. You remember this one?
Yes, sir. Yes. Record dot.
Yeah, record dot. Okay. This is version 1 open. Okay. We have to open version 2. Sorry, my bad. So this record is a global variable. So that is also one variable only now. Creation of variables. So it's very simple. Click on new resource, click on type, click on select. Okay. Then done. Contact ID. They created a contact ID. We can use we can create any of the variables. Now coming to the constant. Same concept again. Same constant. I mean same concept here. Go back. Go to the flows. Can we edit this one again? No, right?
No.
What should I do? We have to create a new version again. Save as version 3. Okay.
We can enlarge this, but we cannot edit this one, right?
I-
Kalyan? We can enlarge. I mean, we
No,
can
no, not
extend.
even enlarge, not even extend we can do. You can't do anything. Even if you do, it can't get saved because it throws you the error that already the flow is in use. You can't do it.
So flow will be only for two elements only.
No, no, no. We can enlarge it.
Yeah, that's it.
When we can enlarge? When we create a new version of it.
Okay.
Copy that means like what you have one photo.
Okay.
So that is very precious photo.
Hmm.
You don't want to edit that photo directly. What you'll do, you'll copy that photo, duplicate that photo, you'll edit it.
And then we will edit. Yes.
Once you feel fine, then the newly edited photo, you'll keep it as a wallpaper.
Yes.
So same here. You have one
Okay.
flow that is very
Okay.
mandatory because that is very precious because that may be in use. Okay.
Yeah.
So we don't want to disturb that flow. We'll copy that
Okay.
flow, we'll edit it and make that as a final one if we feel comfortable. If not, we'll discard that one.
Okay. Clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now once we'll have like a constant example in the manager, create new resource is a constant. Now in for the contact, 1 second. If I go on the contacts, let me open one contact. Let's see whatever the fields we have. Now, let's take the example of reports to. Okay, reports to which person? Oh, no, not reports to. Let's take another example. Wait. Which will take? Okay, languages. Let's say English. I don't want to change the language of the contact. What I do instead of copying each time, I will create a default language. Okay, the users can see users can I mean edit it in the future from the I mean their record, but now I will create a default language constant. So the data type will be text, number, currency, boolean, and date. So I'll select text, and we can use this one also, empty strings one, but I will use English. Okay. Click done. Now click on edit element. If you double click, then it opens. Now along with this field, add another field called language. Okay. Now what is the value? I want to use the default language constant. Okay. Spelling mistake, don't worry. Now, is it clear how I am using the constant? For any contact, this will be same. You may ask me the question. For every contact, email of the admin will also be same, right? Can we treat that as a constant? Are you getting my point?
Mm.
We can change in
Yes.
variables now, sir. Constants are
So constants are fixed throughout the flow. Means if I use any create a case, create opportunity, there also if I want, I can use this default language. Okay. Now email of admin, let us understand in a different perspective. Instead of writing the default value, what we shall see, we shall write user dot email. Okay. User dot email. Click it for done. Now what happens? One second. Email of admin. No, not now this one. So email of admin. Now instead of email of admin, what we can say? This is email of user. Whoever creates. If suppose Jitendra has created this flow in his organization. If Manoj creates the account, Manoj value, Manoj email will be stored into the contact. If Jitendra creates the account, Jitendra's email will get created into the contact. If I create, then my email will get stored into the contact. So based on the person, the value is changing, right?
yes, sir.
But here, default language, do I have the option here? If I
No,
no, right? I have to
no.
use global constants only. I don't have an option to choose the user global variable. Then in that global variable to choose the user's language. But here, let me cancel it, not to save anything. But here I have this option. I can select a user who is triggering this and then his email. Okay. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
See, these all options I have availability. User dot email. I'm sorry, user dot email. Okay. So this option I have. So every time for every person, the flow will be same, but the value inside the flow, the user dot email will be different, because if Jitendra triggers the account, creates the account, the contact will be created. But whose email it will take? Jitendra, because he is creating the account, so his email it takes. Are you getting the point?
Yes, sir.
But language will be same, because language is English. Whoever may create, the language is English. I don't have an option to select the user's language. Now, if I want to make language as a variable, what I have to do? Click on variable. Then I have to write user-based language. Okay. Data type will be
Text.
text. Then here I'll select user, then users
No,
language local key, local key. So there will be one local key for each language. So that way I can use. Okay. Click on save. So now while creating the record, contact record, I have an option now. I can use a constant. Okay. I can use a constant, which is a default language. Okay. For every person, the language will be same. Or I can use, sorry,
variable.
variable user-based language. So depending upon the user, the language value will be different. Are you getting my point? Difference?
Yes, sir.
Variable is getting varied based on the user who triggers the flow. Constant will be constant forever, whoever may be the triggerer, okay,
Yes,
or whoever may be the creator. I hope this point is very clear to you.
yes, sir.
Mhm. So now for language, I'm using user-based language. For email, I'm using email of admin. No? So I'll just go ahead and save it. Now again, I need to save it. Then I need to activate it. So if you go back, so version 3 is in active state now. Okay. Now let me go back to the org. Mhm. Let me click on the Discord changes. Let me create the contact. Check for const versus variable. Where? Okay. So account type, phone number, let's say phone number. Let me save it. So we created an account. So it creates a contact, obviously. So details, email, fine. These are all fine. So this is my local. I am the user, right? In my,
Yes, sir.
so let me go to the setup. I'll show you where you'll get this information. So I didn't get the English word, ENGLISH, which is a constant. Previously, I got that one because I have used the constant. For every user, that will be same. But I am here and someone is in the UK or someone is in the Australia, someone in the Spain. So Spain persons will be having different local. So based on different local, the value will be different here. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Are you getting the point here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, before it was Kalyan Chakravarti Malayala, but here I got a Kalyan Chakravarti Gaud Malayala because this is my ID in my user information. If I take the user, yeah, users, the user. If I click on edit, so this is my email address. Okay, this is my email address. Did I write this email address? No, right? What I have written? I just I just write it here this way. One second, I'll show you. I have just written. If you go to the manager, then you have resources availability. Email of admin, I have written. User.email. So it will check who is the user triggering this flow. It will check in the background. Then it will take his email address. So that's what we got a answer this way. Who is the user? Kalyan is the user. Okay, who is creating the account? So his email address I should print it there. So that's why it has taken the my email address and posted it or populated in the email field of contact. And what is my language? ENUS. See, local. I can have anything. Let me change my another language. Telugu, India. Click on save. Now, did I change any flow here, or I changed the user information?
Information.
User information I have changed, right?
Yes,
Now,
sir.
let's see what it changes in the background. Okay. Let me create a new account. So I'm not touching my flow now. My flow is fixed. Okay. Check for local variable or language variable. Lang. Then phone. Just save it. Now we got it. So let me go to the contacts. Let me reload it. Just a minute, it's getting loaded. Okay. What happened? Yeah. So if I open this one, so if I use the constant, what should be the language? English. But if I use the variable. So based on my language in the user configuration here, okay, the language will be changed. Oh, we got US, ENUS still. I think this got no, didn't get saved. It got changed. 1 second. So it's taking language maybe. Let me reload. So it's not taking local, it's taking language local, I think. Let me create. It changed it now. It's very slow. See, the language changed, no need to worry. Check lang. So go to the contacts. Check lang. Okay. Click on the details. France. It changed, right? So we are not changing flow now. I'm changing the user's language. So the flow automatically changed the variable value. Is it clear?
Clear, sir.
Avinash bro, is it clear?
Yeah, okay, bro. Clear.
Yeah, actually in the flow we are using variables. Variables are like, it can vary anytime, it can vary, it can change based on the condition, it can change based on the location, it can change based on the user who is triggering the flow, who is creating the flow, or I mean who is creating a record. So based on certain activities or certain condition, the value in that variable or in that resource can be changed.
Yes.
That kind of resources are called as variables.
Variables. Yes.
So here we are not changing a flow. I didn't change the language, go to the flow and change the language to the France, but I changed the user's language, so it got changed there. So it
Yes.
can change anytime. We don't need to go and change it. But if you use the constant now, what happens? If it is English, then it will be English throughout. Whoever may create it, whoever
Yes.
may do it, anything like
Yeah.
I mean, whoever may create the contact, whoever may trigger this event or flow, the language will be English only.
Yes. Yes.
It won't
Clear,
change.
sir.
And also,
Yeah.
and also we cannot change in the contact object. No, sir.
Yeah, here we can change. Here we can change. Once it is done, we can change. It's read. That will be based on read only, Jitendra. If I make it this
No,
language read only, then I can't change.
no, sir. I'm saying when we keep it as constant in constant variable, constants in the
In
flow.
flow, we can't change. While creating the content, you will get English. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You'll get the English. Okay.
I'm asking here when we keep it as constant.
Yeah, even if you keep it as constant, that is in the flow, not in the record base.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Uh-huh.
After creating the record, we can edit in the record
We
pane.
can edit it. That if we
Then edit.
want to make it a read only, then it's not. We will not say constant. This is coming under the page layout concept, field level security concept. So there, what we will do, we'll make it read only.
Yes.
Clear? So that constant is what throughout the flow means whoever may open it, the flow will create a language as English language. Once it is created, it depend on the user. Okay. Once if you make it as the flow to trigger whenever the account is updated, whenever the content is updated, so each time the flow is getting triggered, then the language will be changed. How many times you may change? It will again go back to English. It depends. Okay. But your question
Yes.
is like, can we change it here if you keep their constant? Yes, we can change it. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
I'll
clear.
change my language. If not, I will get confused by seeing this board.
Mhm.
First, I'll change my language. Then I'll change it to English local. Hmm. Where is it? Where is it? Oh. Yeah. Oh my God. English is called this one. Okay, let me go back again. Okay, French here. Okay. English, United States. Okay. So this is about the variables. Now go through the variables, try different variables. Okay.
Yes.
Sir, can multiple flows can be activated once?
Multiple versions of the flow or multiple different flows?
Multiple versions of flow.
No, each time only one version of the flow can be activated.
Okay, sir. Sir, if we want to active the previous one, then how?
Yeah, that we have, that we'll see later. How to delete, how to make it deactivate, how to go back to the previous version, how to write tests. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, good question. So that's why we have the versions option. So we'll see. Okay. But we have an option. Okay. So we'll stop it here.
Sir,